aspirations of becoming an IAS officer or an IFS officer at that point.
Yeah. So how was the Google interview?
Yeah, the Google interview was like of 4 rounds. So initial was so we had a conference call. So that's again one crazy story which I can recall.
So have you followed a Hackerrank, Leetcode, any platform?
Yeah.
So how many companies you have applied?
And I applied for around, okay, so it was data analytics, digital marketing, and so predominantly the important skills to become a data analyst are, and for statistics I followed come is your mental challenge, the mental barrier which you have, because we are from a non-mechanical background and we do not have any coding experience. To break that barrier that you can do something in tech mentally is a very big challenging thing. And I just checked my mail, there was the confirmation of joining Google, and I was just so happy. I was just started shouting there. And I will tell you the interesting story which got me into data analytics. So that is the very big mistake which I did.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
So hello guys, today our guest is Hariharan, whose journey is really inspiring. So he did his mechanical engineering and he prepared for UPSC for 5 years and currently working at a Google at a data analytics role. So Hariharan, can you please tell something about yourself?
Thank you, Deepak, for inviting me to the podcast. So talking about my journey, I did my mechanical engineering and graduated in 2020. After that, I prepared for UPSC for around 3 years full time. Then at one point, I felt like my priorities had changed and I had to switch my domain into tech. So right now I work in Google as a data analytics apprentice in Hyderabad.
Okay, nice. So can you please tell about your schooling life and your initial journey and all?
Yeah, so I would like to believe that I did good in school. I always was among the toppers. So in the 10th grade, I scored around 97.5%. And in 12th grade, I scored around 98%. And I was from the computer science background in 12th. And yeah, so that led me to engineering later on. Yeah.
Okay. So in 12th you have a computer subject.
Computer science was the, like, it's called as computer science branch. There are 3 branches like commerce, medicine, like biology and computer science. That's how it works in Tamil Nadu.
Oh, so in our states, UP, there is not like this.
Okay, so for us it's like that. You either choose a computer science background or a biology or commerce. So these are the 3 streams which are available.
Computer science, biology and commerce.
Yeah, like these are like 3 different streams. They name that as computer science, biology and
computer
commerce.
Science, what will happen?
In computer science, it will be maths, physics, chemistry, computer science. In biology, it will be biology, maths, physics, chemistry. And in commerce, they will have business mathematics and commerce subjects like that.
Got it. So you were studied from the state board or what? CBSE board?
Yeah, my 10th and 12th grade was from state board only. But previously, I also had experiences studying in CBSE board and ICSE boards also.
You studied in English medium?
Yeah, I studied English medium. Yeah.
So as you 12th, you have a computer science subject. So what you choose after 12th, you prepared for ITJ and all? What?
Actually, the conception at state board students are that like we don't usually go for ITJE.
Why?
Like it's because like the engineering colleges in Tamil Nadu are of very high standard, that so we choose those colleges over going to IITs, JEEs.
It means you are saying that those private colleges in Tamil Nadu has a good placement.
Not private colleges as in, there are government colleges also which are good with placements and good with the education. So we don't aspire much for IIT JEEs, but there are pretty much section of people
like
aspiring.
general for the Tamil Nadu students, like in general. They don't go for IIT mostly.
It's not like few people from CBSE definitely go for IIT JEE.
But state board, you are saying.
So we state board students have an option of choosing government colleges and government aided colleges, which we can get with our good marks in 12th grade.
Okay. So like after 12th, you joined PSG college now? Can you please tell about it?
So I joined mechanical engineering at PSG.
Mechanical engineering?
Yeah.
Why?
So that was again a crazy story. So I didn't have much exposure after my 12th grade. I got like really good marks, so I topped my school, and really I was able to choose any stream in any college in Tamil Nadu, which are aided by government or government colleges. And my sister was studying in Coimbatore. So I had an inclination towards joining a college in Coimbatore. And like I've heard from my teachers and other students and friends that PSG college in Coimbatore is very good and mechanical engineering is the best course which is available there. So going by that conception, I just took mechanical engineering and I thought I'll be having good placements and good job after that.
Okay, so your sister had which branch?
My sister studied in electrical engineering branch, triple E
So
branch.
what she suggested that time?
I asked her. I asked her like I'm planning to choose mechanical engineering, and she told, okay, it's good course in PhD College of Technology. So if you get a course mechanical there, you can definitely join.
Okay.
So it was like a limited exposure for everybody at that point.
Okay. So after joining the college, like students go in the college and hostel life and all enjoy. So can you please tell about your
Yeah, same, right?
life?
So like when I was in school, I just thought like I just have to work hard for these years so I can have more fun in college.
Yeah.
But as we have heard it always, like when we were in 10th grade, they tell that 12th grade is very important, and when 12th grade they tell that college, you just finish this, then you'll have fun. Even after I joined college, I heard from professors that this is like very crucial phase of life. You have to learn here, then you can have fun. But I was in a mode to have fun already, so I was just pretty much balancing both. I was just also attending classes, and also I was having fun with friends and going out. All this were happening. But another one thing is that entering into mechanical engineering after few months, I understood that was not my cup of tea. So I started exploring other options eventually.
Okay. So like you started in UPSC preparation from your college only. So when you like keep in mind like I have to go for UPSC.
Okay, so again, like I have to come back to tell that I didn't find my passion in mechanical engineering, so I was looking for other options. So the other options which we have are doing an MBA, or you have to do an MS, or you can do MTech, or I was also having some ideas like pursuing like an entrepreneurship journey. But I also had UPSC as one of the options among them. So I was just looking into each options, trying to talk to people in different domains and understand what's happening where. And that's when I joined an academy for UPSC to just understand like what is the UPSC journey about and what
you joined offline.
I joined offline in Coimbatore. I went for an academy.
Okay.
And yeah, surprisingly, that hit me like anything. That when I went to the classes, I was sitting there and I was just seeing the lectures, and that made me like stunned, and all the lectures were so good that I thought like, okay, these are like a lot of things to learn, like economics, like we have polity, we have history and geography. And the teachers who are teaching me there are right now IAS officers and IRS officers. So the way passionately they were teaching the subjects like intrigued me more. I was so curious to learn more about the subjects, and I thought like, okay, this is something worthwhile of doing, taking time and pursuing this. And I also had aspirations of becoming an IAS officer or an IFS officer at that point. And I was like, okay, so I found my thing, what to do. So I'm going to dedicate my next few years to this. So even in my third year, fourth year of college, I was preparing like for these examinations like parallelly along with my college. So I focused more my energy towards preparing for UPSC.
Okay, nice. So you started preparing for UPSC from your third year of BTech.
Yeah.
So can you just tell like what was the fees of that offline coaching?
Okay,
UPSC?
so you will be shocked to know that with the quality of education I was getting, the first year I joined was in the second year of my college. That was my first attempt to joining the academy, and it was completely free.
How you got free seat?
It's because it's an academy funded by one of the major institution in Coimbatore, and they want it to be accessible to everybody.
Oh, nice.
So they kept it as free. And I went there for experimentation, and it was free at that time. And when I was in my third year of college, it was my second year into preparation. So at that point, they was asking like very minimum fees of around like 6,000 to 10,000, I guess.
Yearly?
For a year. And it's also because it's not for any monetary purposes. They had the fees because they want to attract only serious students. Like non-serious students should not come and sit there.
Interesting thing I'm knowing.
Yeah. So that was the great thing. And the institute is called KPR IAS Academy. And it was like a place where I learned a lot. And I have met a lot of people who have IAS and IRS officers right now. So I would like to mention that name, and it's a great place to be. And I've seen the founders of those institute and people of the institution, and it's like pretty good place. They teach you a lot of things, and it's been a crazy journey there for me.
Have you sit for placement or not in your college?
No, I didn't. I opt for placements. I opted out. So I didn't attend any placements, and I was very clear that I didn't want to pursue anything into mechanical engineering, and I took all the energy to spend it for UPSC at that point.
Okay. So that time, what was the average package of your college?
Unfortunately, the year which we passed out was the year which COVID hit. So the placements had a drop there, and also the country was going into recession at that point. So like manufacturing industries which come to hire for mechanical streams like reduced the hiring, and because of that like few placements got a hit. But also like COVID hit and the placements completely stopped, and that was a difficult phase for students. But students who got placed in the first half of that last year were able to get good opportunities at that point. So it was like pretty good placement. So it was again a challenging thing for me to forego that. Like I knew that the opportunities were great, but I already made a decision to pursue something else. So I thought like, okay, I should not think into that perspective and just left it out. I didn't opt for it and went complete to UPSC preparation.
So after college 2020, you prepared for UPSC again, and then how you went to data analytics?
Okay, so as I told, I was preparing for 3 years full time after my college for UPSC, and in that I gave one attempt and I lost my prelims by a quite small margin. And at the end of 3 years, I was thinking that slowly my priorities have been changing. And I will tell you the interesting story which got me into data analytics. So one of my friend who was preparing with me for UPSC, who is my college mate, he also has mechanical background and also has 3 years of break. He had a family situation where he had to go for a job. So he reached out to me telling that he wants to talk to my sister because she was into tech to know about what opportunities we can have if we come to tech with mechanical background and this break. So we had a conference call.
This conference call happened in 2022, na?
Yeah, 2022.
So your sister were already from last 4 years in IT sector?
Yeah, she was into IT.
Okay, so she has a knowledge. So
yeah, she had some knowledge about what streams we can pursue. So we had a conference call and it was both of them talking that, okay, what are the... And I was just there on the call. They're talking like what streams can we pursue. And my sister told that there are 3 streams which are like not too much into programming. And the streams she suggested was data analytics, digital marketing, and project management.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was data analytics, digital marketing, and project management. So out of this, since we and my friend, we had common interest of numbers, and like it was his decision first. He thought like, okay, I'll first research all these subjects, then choose what I want to do. And that was the point which it sparked me that my dissatisfaction towards preparing for examination also peaked, and this opportunities came in by. I thought like, okay, I think this is the time my priorities have changed. I have to look for something else. And this gave me a confidence that, okay, there is some other streams in tech which are open to us. So I got that confidence, okay, I can pursue something in tech. And that's where it started, bro. Yeah.
Okay. So now after this conference call, you also decided I have to go for this data analytics role. So how you prepared and all, and which course you followed, and what challenges you faced? Please tell me.
Okay, to talk about the challenge, the first challenge which you have to overcome is your mental challenge. The mental barrier which you have, because we are from a non-mechanical background and we do not have any coding experience. To break that barrier that you can do something in tech mentally is a very big challenging thing. So I had like, fortunately, my friends and my peers and also my sister was a great backbone here. She told me that it is possible to do into tech. So that was first thing. I had a support system. They helped me go through this mental barrier. So that is done. So next thing is learning the skill sets required to become a data analyst. So the first course my sister suggested was to take the Google Data Analytics course on Coursera. So that was the course which I took. And it is like a pretty basic course which tells, it does not dive deep into technical skills, but it gives a brief overview about what is data analytics and what is the life of data analyst.
And this course is free, na?
It is not free. It is a paid course, but I audited the course. So there's an audit option in the course where you can learn the course, but you will not get a certification.
What is audit?
Audit is like there's an option in Coursera. Like I have made a video on YouTube on my channel about how to audit the course. And you can also apply for financial aid if you require a financial aid. And the audit course is something that you can watch all the course videos, but you'll not be able to get a certification. That is good enough to start with, right? You need not pay anything. You just learn the content of the course.
Okay. So I will add that YouTube video link in the description. So you please check out that video.
So that was my journey. I started with Google Data Analyst course, and that clearly set me the route what I have to follow in the next coming months, like all the skills I have to learn. And I also have parallelly had some mentors, like my colleagues, like my friends and my sister, who consistently helped me throughout the journey to learn the skills and with all the resources. Yeah.
Okay. So what all tools you studied in this preparation of the data analytics role?
So predominantly the important skills to become a data analyst are Excel, SQL, Power BI or Tableau, and Python, along with statistics. So these are the basic tools which you have to be proficient with. So I started with Excel. I also did a same course on Coursera from Macquarie University, and I did the Google Data Analytics basic course. And for SQL, I followed Khan Academy's course, and also I did from YouTube from Tech TFQ's channel. And for statistics, I followed 𝐃𝐚𝐿 YouTube playlist. And for Python also, I followed 𝐃𝐚𝐿 YouTube playlist. And for Power BI, I followed Chandu's YouTube playlist. It is pretty not ordered at all. So the pretty challenging you face while doing it for free by yourself is that one important thing is job assistance. And the other thing is it will not be well structured. So you will have to go here for one particular thing, go for another channel for another particular topic. You have to go for a different course. So it is pretty challenging. But yeah, you have to pay the price of not paying for academy. You have to do it by yourself, plan everything by yourself. So that is quite challenging thing. And like I've tried to make the process more simplified. Like in my YouTube channel I'm planning to post videos so that I can make the journey of people who are starting new into tech a clear roadmap with A to Z, so they can start and they have an end. They have all the projects there. So that's what I'm planning to do.
Oh, nice. So how many companies you have applied?
Okay. So yeah, I'll again start. My sister comes into the picture here. She told me that you should not wait till the end of preparation. You should start applying like around 1 or 1.5 months into the preparation. So I started applying in around like 1.5 months. I did my Google basic data analytics course. I was starting to learn SQL and all. And I started applying, and I applied for around 100 and 150 companies.
150 companies?
Yeah. Like I used to apply for 10, 15 companies every day. And that too, like I used to change my resume. I spend a lot of energy into that.
So these you were applying on LinkedIn only or some other platform also?
Yeah, predominantly it is on LinkedIn, and I used to check on Indeed also. I used to check on Naukri also. So like you cannot limit yourself. Like it's a desperate times where you want a job so desperately. So you keep on applying on every platform and also, yeah.
And have you like DM to recruiter HR?
So I didn't do that part. Like I was not very active on LinkedIn. So that is the very big mistake which I did.
At that time,
Yeah. Now I got to know the power of LinkedIn and how you can network and reach to HRs and all. But at that point, I didn't know that I should reach out to people on LinkedIn and get the information or get the roles or ask for referrals. I just was doing it the hard way on applying by myself, and I realized that is the reason why I was not getting the calls. I got the reason all later on. But fortunately, I applied for Google and for this apprenticeship role, and I got a call from that. And that was the first interview call I got. And Google interview was the first interview I gave also. Yeah.
Okay. So how was the Google interview?
Yeah, the Google interview was like of 4 rounds. So initial was an aptitude round, and it was like pretty basic aptitude and reasoning questions was asked. And the second round was
verbal.
No, it was a online based MCQ test actually. It's an online challenge. So the second round was an telephonic interview. So your basic communication skills are tested there. So
can you tell some question in telephonic interview?
Like I cannot tell the questions, but yeah, it will be like pretty basic questions to just to test your communication skills.
Okay.
It's because like the third and fourth rounds are going to be with Googlers. Like it will be a face-to-face interview with people working at Google. So that's why they test you if you're eligible for that rounds. So the third and fourth rounds are associated with Googlers, and it's predominantly based on hypothetical questions and behavioral based questions. And also it's based on technical aspect of things which is from your resume. Since I had SQL mentioned in my resume, I got some few questions here and there on SQL to write queries. And I was like, with the skills I had, like it was pretty challenging because it was my first interview, but I was able to solve it. And yeah, the interview experience was so good that interviewing with the Googler, and I really loved it. Like I was so anxious when I joined the interview, and it was an AC room in my room, and I was just sweating in an AC room. But like 5-10 minutes into the interview, I got so comfortable that it was like a conversation like we are having right now, like talking to a friend. We were discussing things, we were asking questions, and like it was like completely a very good experience I had like with Google interviews. It was so good.
Okay. So just I want to ask, have you followed a Hackerrank, Leetcode, any platform?
Yeah, I did. So that point, I used Hackerrank to solve Python and SQL questions. Predominantly, I did a lot of SQL questions. I had a SQL gold badge. I don't remember, like gold badge on Hackerrank, I guess. So I have practiced very much. And Leetcode and other websites like Data Lemur, I got to know at the later point in time. Yeah.
Okay. So you got offer letter from Google in 2023?
Yeah. So I started my interviews in 2022 November, and it took around 3 months to get the offer letter. So it was like quite a long process. I had this 4 stages of interview, and after the interview, they had told that it will take some time to give us the confirmation that whether we will be joining or not. So it was surprisingly that in January 2023, I got the offer letter.
So after getting the offer letter, how was your feeling? How your like family feeling?
So that's again one crazy story which I can recall about the moment which I got the offer letter. To say the story that I was in Dubai at that point. I went there for a vacation, and my phone was out of reach. So I was in contact with few other folks who had given the interview for the apprenticeship program, and I was asking them consistently that whether they got any info from the recruiting team that if they have got the offer letter. So one of my friend, she told that she got the offer letter, and I started panicking that okay, my phone is, and she told that the recruiter reached her through the call, and I got panicked that oh, my phone is out of reach, like did the recruiter reach out to me or like am I rejected? And it was like very anxious phase, and I was in a vacation, I was not able to enjoy it properly. This was going constantly in my mind, And I was thinking, and this was my last day in Dubai, and I reached out to the recruiter saying that I'm out on a vacation. So if you want to reach out to me, please reach out to me on mail or WhatsApp. I will be available. And on the last day, like he texted me saying that I have a good news, please check your mail. And I just checked my mail. There was the confirmation of joining Google, and I was just so happy. I was just started shouting there, and all my mom and sister were sitting. They all really got happy, and yeah, like it was like a very good moment to cherish.
Yeah,
even if I
dream
think
come
about
true.
this, like I can just have the moment which I saw the offer letter. I just even remember which place I was sitting, at where I was sitting, and where I was reading the letter, how I felt. It's just something
Yeah.
moment to cherish. Yeah, that was a great time.
Can't explain ever.
Yeah, it can't be explained in words for me. Yeah,
Yeah, right. Dream comes true. moment,
yeah, true.
Yeah. So I have seen like you are very active on LinkedIn. So how you have started your LinkedIn journey?
So I was not very sure initially whether I have to start my LinkedIn or not. Then I just pretty started posting about I joined Google and some stuff like that. Then later on, I realized that LinkedIn has many opportunities which can help you reach out to a lot of people who have achieved a great thing. So even like now, recently I've started being active on LinkedIn, and I have been able to interact with people who has like crazy experiences. So it's all the learnings which we get, and that motivates me to be there on out on LinkedIn. And I also feel the content which I'm posting on data analytics and my journey and the resources which I used is helping people to start their journey, and also motivating them in some way that they can also do it. So that feels like a motivation for me to keep posting and being consistent on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I am asking few questions you have to answer. So money versus fame, what you will choose?
It's quite tough question. So
But you have to choose only one.
Yeah. I would go with the money.
Money, not fame.
Yeah, I want to be rich and not famous.
Oh, okay. And beach versus mountain?
It's both actually, but
you have to
I'll
choose
go
one.
with beaches.
Beaches, Dubai.
Yeah, I like pretty places with beaches.
Yeah.
Kerala actually.
And do you have any biggest regret in your life?
Not actually, as I told that every experience in life I see it as a learning, and I don't regret on things, and like because I'm a person here today is because of all my life previous experience which I have had. Yeah.
It's like any adventurous thing in life, like औकात के बाहर जाके कुछ किया हो, लगा कि शेर को सामने से देख लिया.
Right. So yeah, I've done like that also. Like I have a biggest fear of heights, so I am feared of like going into like 10th floor and looking down. I have some scared, but
Yeah.
I did skydiving in Dubai.
Oh.
So that was like I wanted to go out of my comfort zone, like break that fear. So I did skydiving at, it's like around from 40,000 feet, I guess. So it was just a free flow from 40,000 feet. You have for like 8 to 9 seconds, and then you have a parachute open.
Okay.
So that was the crazy experience which I've done. And as I told, I've even gone near a tiger. So recently I visited Thailand. So I had an opportunity to go and like pet a tiger for around like 2 to 3 minutes.
So
And-
tiger in cage, na?
no, you go inside the cage with a tiger. That's a tiger which has been in the habitation of humans since it was born. So it does not know hunting and all. So it's not like violent.
Okay.
It is just like a calm cat.
Okay.
So you just can go there and you can pet the tiger. So that has been like the crazy things which I, because I'm afraid of dogs also sometimes. So like going near a tiger was like a very big thing which I had to do. Yeah.
So guys, Hariharan journey is really inspiring. If you watch the podcast through end, so please share your experience in the comment how you feel about this podcast, and I will put his LinkedIn, Insta and YouTube link in the description, so please check out. So Hariharan, thank you so much for taking out the time.
Thank you so much, Deepak, for the podcast opportunity.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Yeah.